Welcome back to another Tuesday Night Live. Really excited about this one. We have Andrew Gardner with us, the decoy world champion, but also just an avid fisherman and avid lure maker, I would say, across the board. I mean, you've done a number of carvings from just show to lure making, and now you're working with Synch Fishing, which is very cool too. But we're I an absolute pleasure to have you on, and I'm really excited to dig a little deeper into the whole lure carving world.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you hopping on too, because I think you just got back from a trip, right? When we started talking, you were like, "Hey, get back to me, because and we made it happen, man."
Yeah. It's an honor for me to be on here. I appreciate you asking. I don't know why anybody would want to watch me, but
That's
yeah.
what we think to ourselves every week about us.
Hey, people want to hang
There's a
out.
lot of fishermen out there that maybe don't have the time or the capabilities to be as creative as they want, and so they have to live vicariously through people. And if we had to choose, I would say you're one of the people to live vicariously through. One, your carvings are amazing. You bring that lifelike and those details, but along with your artistic twist to it, which is always fun to see. And I would say pushing the boundaries, because we were just talking about your Goliath bait, which is 3 pounds. I can't even think of a rod to throw that on. And as you said, it's not necessarily a bait that you would actually cast out, but probably drop and troll it. But even then, it's like just the thought of it is intimidating.
So we like starting the shows off. This first 10 minutes, we're gonna talk about stuff going on. Andrew, we'll let you go first. Do you have anything going on this weekend or coming
Well,
up?
Is upcoming.
I'm
Upcoming?
always busy. Last weekend I helped out at Okeechobee for Lake and Trails Big O Championship. That was pretty cool. I carved up a big bass trophy.
I saw that was cool, man.
It's always fun going down there. Plus, those guys are great. Good friends of mine, and so it's just a great time going down there. Got a lot of stuff in the works right now. I'm working on a magazine cover. It's a wood carving, which is kind of unique for magazines because you don't see too many on the covers.
For
So
sure.
I can't give out the name of the magazine, but I can say this: you've probably all read it. So it's kind of
Dude.
kind of a dream of mine.
Fish Show magazine.
So it's kind of a dream of mine to be able to do it. So it's exciting. I got to knock that thing out. So that's what I'll be working on this week, as well as some stuff for Sync.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I got to see one of your posts where you're talking about, or I think one of the videos, you're talking about like other stuff that you're coming out with. I mean, I don't think you shared a lot, but there's a lot of things in the works with Sync Fishing. So pretty stoked to see it, man.
Oh yeah. Well, what I can say is that we are working on other Sync, lures to add to the lineup. But more importantly, we have some custom colors. We want to be able to do custom color drops throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be very limited, and they'll be ones that I paint in my shop here.
I love
Nice.
that.
Very fun.
So it's going to be cool. We'll have several of those throughout the year.
Nice. All
Those are
right.
going to be hot because the stock baits that you have right now are already, I would say, a fan favorite for those swim bait fishermen in general. So those custom colors are probably going to be hot off the shelf.
I liked how a lot of them had like multiple sizes.
Yeah, the actually the small the Artisan Gill, the smaller version, the 90 millimeter, that thing has surprised me quite a bit. The amount of fish that caught on it, and others caught on it. It's just an awesome bait. But I think they're all great. But that was kind of my favorite this week. It changes week by week depending on what I catch. But that right now is my favorite.
Awesome.
I
All right.
like
We
that.
got what do we got coming up?
So hey, just You guys know occasionally a dog will make his way in here during the show. I don't know if you can see it. I got 3 dogs that made their way in here right now. Coming up, we got
Move your
2 toy
camera, Luke.
drives.
Yeah, there you go.
We got 2 toy drives. We got the Salty Bastards / Waterman's toy drive. Not this weekend, the following weekend. And then
December
Saturday the
6th.
6th.
the 6th. Then the following weekend, if you're up in that Santa Clarita area, Santa Clarita Valley, we have the Tackle Express toy drive. So we got 2 pretty cool events coming up. And then
All for a good cause.
we got Black Friday coming up. So we're gonna have a couple deals. We're gonna have on the Bait Slingers website. We're gonna announce tomorrow what our Black Friday deal is gonna be. And then we're also gonna have a Black Friday deal on Artemis charters. So both of those are coming up, and I'll tell you what, man, the wall was smacking. We had a 50 fish night last week.
Awesome.
Not even last week, was that 2 nights ago?
2 nights ago. Yep.
2 nights
Danny,
ago.
you got
50
anything
fish.
going on?
Yeah, so we have the 2 events that we are personally going to, which is going to be those 2 toy drives on the 6th and the 13th. There are 2 other events that are also happening on the 6th. There's the Fishing with Rich event.
Yep.
Fish Miss is on the
Fish
6th,
Miss,
and
yep.
then there's also going to be a tackle meet on the 6th and the 7th, I believe. That's going to be a 2-day event. Again, Luke and I
Where's
are
that
going
one,
to
Moreno? Where's that one, Moreno?
Moreno Valley. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
yeah,
Luke and I and Charlie will be at the toy drive for Salty Bastards and Waterman's, as well as the Boondocks in
You're not
Tackle
going to be
Express.
there?
I just said I am.
So,
I didn't hear
no,
you.
he
Sorry.
is. So whatever corner of the world you're in, whether it's Moreno Valley, I think
There's something
Fitness
for you.
is at Balboa Park, which is more the valley, and then Long Beach. There's going to be something in every corner of the area out here.
So whatever you want to go to, you have a corner where you can go. Well, I think that's it. I don't have anything, so let's jump right into this because Andrew,
you're not coming to the toy
I
drive?
mean, yeah, but we already said that, so we're not going to be redundant,
I'm just making sure you're going. Are you going to both of them?
No, I'm just going to one,
Which one?
the Salty Bastard one.
All right, and we're gonna have Jeff on for the first 10 minutes talking about that next week. So we'll be getting you all the details as it gets
Stay
closer.
tuned. But man, let's jump into this, man. Andrew, welcome to the show. We appreciate you coming on. I'm pretty stoked, like Daniel said, but we're pretty stoked. Talk about all these awesome wood carvings you do, man, and what you got going on with Synch Fishing. So let's jump in, man.
So to start off, okay, Luke. Please.
Before we start, because we usually plug this at the end, but let's plug it right now. If people want to get Synch Fishing products, where can they get those?
Well, Tackle Warehouse had exclusive rights till December 1st. So if you want to sync, you can head to the Synch website, and then hit the link, and it'll take you to the Tackle Warehouse to purchase the Synch products. After December 1st, we're going to start setting them up with all of our retailers, small shops throughout the U.S., and then also through just our website.
Nice.
And are they doing a Black Friday deal on Synch Fishing too?
I don't believe so, but American Bait Works, we have 6 different brands.
Okay.
We got a lot of great items that they can check out on the website, AmericanBaitWorks.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then where could they find you on Instagram?
My handle is Milos Custom Baits, and you can find me on Instagram and also Facebook.
And I was doing you sell some baits too, right? Like some customs?
Very seldom. When I do shows, like you mentioned a couple of weeks ago, I went to Paul and I did a limited batch of 25 lures for that market. And that market's totally different from ours. It's primarily pike fishing and perch and whatnot. So I make baits for that type of fishing, and I make 25 of them and normally sell them. And then when they're gone, they're gone. They're all numbered and signed and stuff. So
Nice.
What's the difference between, I guess, something for pike and then something for bass here? Is it just durability or size?
yeah, it's just the way that they like to fit. They don't do any or I shouldn't say anything, but topwater pike fishing is pretty much non-existent there. So you see a lot of diving bait,
Mm.
you know, glides, a lot of slide swim, stuff like, single piece, what I call Euro glides, which aren't really that popular in the States. But the one I made was I called it a rising glide. It was shaped kind of like a spook style bait, but it sunk horizontal. And when you jerked it, it rose like a fleeing bait fish.
Yeah.
And then when you kept jerking it, it did this type of action under the water surface. So it's kind of cool. And then it did a wobble on the fall, so it had like that flash.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it was pretty sweet.
I'm all about a solid fall action. A lot of bites do come on the fall, whether or not you're patient to let it sink far enough too. Sometimes.
I think that's the key, right? Patience, let it fall.
Oh yeah.
Let it fall.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's that's the only kind of baits I do on the side. I'm happy doing the wood carvings on the side, like the wood carved art, fish replicas with art, with wood and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily need to do fishing lures like that. But yeah, I mean, I do several fishing lures a year, and I do a few fish decoys still a year, only for competition purposes.
Now, do you carve duck decoys, or you just like to collect them?
I collect them. I've carved a couple. I don't know if you can see it. My first one is right here. I did it in like a vintage style, so it looks like it was borrowed truck. But yeah, I just got it. At some point, I'm gonna do some duck decoys, and they better watch. But no,
What's really funny is we used to have this mallard duck decoy in my house. It used to be like a centerpiece, and none of like I don't hunt duck, and I don't know where my parents got this centerpiece from, and it's clearly a duck decoy, and it's like the funniest thing because it's so out
Like a
out of
legit,
our realm.
like it's legit.
I mean, yeah, growing up we had I think we had a male and female pair, but it was just so funny because I was like, where did we even like thinking back to it now? I was like, where did we even get those? Like,
Dude,
why did
duck
we even have
decoys
them?
and no shotguns. What's that about?
Yeah,
Wow. Hey,
I just love functional art. I've always been.
yeah.
So I see a duck, and it's got to be a certain look to it. It's got to have some nice form to it, and if I like it, I'll buy it. I also have a thing for like doves and pigeons. So if I pitch doves and pigeons, I try to pick them up.
so have you ever carved anything like that though?
Oh yeah, I've done quite a bit of birds, mostly fish. I don't know what it is about fish. Ever since I was a kid, I grabbed it. My dad was a wood carver, and he did fish as a hobby, and he taught me how to do it. And ever since, I've just fell in love with just fish carving.
Yeah, the question that I was actually going to start with was the fact that I know your dad was into the hobby, and you mentioned that he was in a magazine for his woodworking. Was just how long has your dad been doing it, and then to kind of like generational pass that on to you, like it's such a cool experience to like hear and like to like dive into.
Yeah, I mean, I could just remember just sitting there watching him, and then finally, I was either 6 or 8 that he gave me a knife. And, man, I wouldn't give my daughter a knife, at that age. And I don't know. I think I cut my finger once later on in life, and that was the only time I cut myself. Now I did have a angle grinder come up and hit me in the nose one time.
Ooh.
I thought my nose was gone. I
Hey,
ran.
now the angle grinder, did it come off or did the disc shatter?
No, I hit a bad part of the wood and it kicked up on me, and it was like the roughest grit thing you've ever seen. It looked like a torture device, and it came up and hit my nose, and I thought my nose was gone. But I ran it was okay. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I've had the discs break on me and shoot me, but I haven't had it kick on me like that.
oh yeah, the discs I've had those break all the time because I use those a lot when I'm carving like fins and stuff and metal.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I've been blessed to have a father that took the time and showed me how to do this, and it was a hobby for him. Later in life, he went into the FWC, the Fish and Wildlife, and then he just stopped carving in the '90s, and I picked it up and have been carving ever since. So.
Now, was he carving for like what was he just for competition, or was he like making lures and stuff?
No, he never competed. He never made functional art. It was all fish carvings, wall hangers, replicas of people's catches. He wanted people to remember the fish with a wood carving rather than kill the
Oh,
fish.
like wall mounts.
I
Right.
like that a lot. I like that thought and that
Yeah.
process.
So, and then he worked in the art industry as well when we lived in New York. So he had the contacts for like Field and Stream and Outdoor Life and Sports and Field. So he was able to get in quite a bit with those magazines and do covers and stuff. So.
Oh, nice.
So you were the one that
Now-
got into the whole functional art.
Yeah, I think my first functional piece is I used to tie flies when I was a kid living in New York for trout fishing, So it started off with flies and then lures, and then decoys.
Was there any overlap when you started, making baits? Was your dad still around to fish them at all?
Not really, no. Which is one of the things that's bittersweet, because I would have liked to have fished these sink baits, but
Yeah.
our last fishing trip was a few years ago, and we all caught we went out on the Gulf and caught some redfish, but but wasn't on the lures that I created, but it was still a good time fishing,
Absolutely.
For sure.
I'm working on getting my boat up and running just so I can take my dad out. I mean, one of the things that I love is just seeing him catch fish in general. So to hear that, your dad was into fishing and carving, and now you are, I think it's just an awesome bond.
Right. Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Yeah, I try to. Every time I do a show, whether it be a classic or ICAST, I take a photo of them and put it on my display. So.
Mm-hmm.
But he's watching it, I think. So, it's a good thing.
Hey, I was watching that video. I think it was the Tackle Warehouse one. That was at ICAST, right?
Which
The one where you're talking about the breakdown on the lures, how you start carving them.
Probably.
I think this. Yeah, it's the one where you're talking about the sink, but it's like there's a board behind you with a lot of lures in them.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
did you guys were you part of that video where I think it was like a spoof video where somebody stole the bait?
I was. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about that because it went viral. But we went to lunch. This is a true story. We went to lunch. We were building our displays before the show. It was like on a Monday or Tuesday. We go to lunch and then we come back, and all my stuff has been rifled through, and all the stuff I had was hidden behind that display you mentioned. So I'm like, what the heck? Somebody's playing a joke, or somebody stole one. And because I'm going through all the baits, and one was missing, the gizzard shed color, and we only had a few to show. We were trying to make this show and get all our stuff displayed, and one got stolen. So it was a terrible situation, but we tried to make good at it, so we we made some fun with the video and all. And
it wasn't fake.
Dude, that thing went viral.
Yeah, it wasn't fake.
Like people were going nuts on the comments, like who would do that?
It was brutal. Some of the comments were brutal. I don't handle the social media aspect of it.
It can get crazy.
Internet they will be brutal.
Oh. You guys know swim bait and glide bait.
Dude, that's like a whole different world, man.
It's almost like
Like that's a really tight community, I can say.
right.
Like really tight. Like swim baiters, you know, you don't mess with a swim baiter.
Oh yeah.
So it was real then. So somebody did steal your bait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
No joke. And then we used our guy from one of our sponsored anglers to do a follow up video with it, you know, and that had a lot of views as well. So it came out to be a positive. We made a negative into a positive, so that's always
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we
But
gave
did they ever find the guy that did it?
no.
No.
It had to have been somebody that worked there or that wasn't an attendee because they weren't in the building yet. So
Yeah. That sucks, man.
yeah.
Well, way to make it good. Way to make it good, because
There was a lot of people heated on your behalf, or like Sync's behalf in general.
I guess
dude, it was.
I didn't mean to sell that video as much as I did. If they would have caught me when it happened, I was kind of cursing, but I didn't. You know, it was pretty bad. They got me when I was calmed down. So, but I guess I could be an actor. I don't know. But it did happen, but that part we made up on the video.
Oh, okay. I thought they caught it because you guys did kind of like caught a dude on camera taking the bait situation.
What we did was we kind of worked in the fact he's one of our sponsored anglers, so we wanted to use him, and he was gonna because we've already had content with him prior to the show. So as soon as this show, ICAST was over, we were going to release all this content of him smashing snook.
Dude, before this episode, I thought it was the guy on the video, low key.
No.
I thought it was him. I probably commented on that video too.
No, he's a good friend of mine, actually. So
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah. The only reason why I noticed the video is because of the backdrop, like the whole missing. It was a missing bait on there too. Yeah. That's.
But the fun, I sat here for a week carving that darn display. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think all the baits. I wanted the baits to look like they were carved out of wood because the originals are all carved out of wood.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to, achieve that look in the display as well. So.
Well, it's pretty cool because that's how your displays for Synch are, huh? Like they're coming out of like a.
Oh, you talking about the
it's
box,
not in your,
Charlie?
Yeah, it's not in like it's not in your plastic. Like it's an actual like carved out
whole
shape.
Yeah, the whole box is an absolute
an experience.
Yeah, like just a show. I mean, it's beautiful. The box. It's something that you just keep and you hang on the wall. You're like, yeah, I got a box.
You're spending that kind of money on a bait. We wanted it to be an experience because, we wanted the whole process to start out as a nice experience, and then hopefully you'll, leave a lasting impression on the water. But give you a lasting memory on the water with one. So
yeah, and then the patches that you guys give out with them too are so sick. I mean, the whole thing is just, and like you said, an experience. It's just an amazing. I guess ride, experience. Yeah, I'm trying to find a better word. But to cultivate that whole thing, and like the box says, it's the lifestyle, which is fun.
We got Michigan Bass in the house.
There you go.
He's good, dude.
Hey, Charlie, I don't know if you noticed in the comments, but you're getting asked to cook hot dogs at PCS.
What? Who said that?
Oh yeah, AC. Well, since we
he didn't say me specifically.
Comments real quick.
Well, you'll be the one not working.
Yeah, one of the things I want to do is do like pop-up meetups. Just be like, hey guys, I'm fishing over here. Come join me if you want.
Come get a hot dog.
Yeah, I was thinking about like a burrito, depending on the day, and like coffee or something. Like I just like
dude,
go
trench coat
fishing
full of
and
hot
then
dogs.
make food.
trench coat full of hot dogs.
But that's a thought that I'm playing around with, but not important to the conversation right now. So
On a side note, you did mention Michigan Bassman.
Yeah.
Just posted their funny story. When I was in Poland a couple of weeks ago, I had a guy. This show is attended by quite a bit of quite a few countries. Guy from England came to my table and he's like, "So this is the bait that goes 360."
yeah,
Because of that video he made where the bait did a complete 360, in the water, and I couldn't believe that it got over to other countries where his video was seen.
That's so cool, man.
I mean,
So,
that's
hey,
the power of YouTube, though.
Andrew, so talk about that. Like, how is the bait able to do that?
I think in the right conditions that he was in, it made it. It's just got such a slow fall and a nice glide that it did it. I've had to do it just this past weekend in a lake we were fishing, and it's pretty cool when it happens. But I think the right conditions. But it glides real nice and it sinks slow. So if you have a bait like that, the potential is there to do it. It's kind of neat looking in the water.
Well, we'll have to have Will back on next year when the water is thawed out, and we'll talk about the bait.
What were you gonna say, Luke?
I'm interested in this Poland show. Is that like an annual thing?
It's actually the first year I've been to Poland before for another show, but this one is called Bait Fight, and it's just a bunch of guys like us, like-minded bait builders and fishing enthusiasts that just there's a bait competition. I went to judge the bait competition along with the creator and founder of Salma Lures.
That's fun.
And it was freaking neat. We tested all the lures in the swim tank, and we judged them, and then they give out awards on the final day. But it's a 3-day thing, and it's freaking awesome, man.
So you were a judge. You weren't in the competition.
No, I don't do a whole lot of the. To be honest with you, I don't do a whole lot of the competitions. I'm more about giving back because I in some of the shows I sponsor an award for like most creative, so I don't really enter them as much as I used to. Plus, I win them all, so it's really not fair.
I like that.
Hey, you took the words. I was gonna say that, but I'm like, I don't know if it's my place to say. You said it, bro. You said it.
I'm fooling around. No, I do. There's some amazing lure carvers out there, and
that's what I was gonna ask, man. Like you judging these. I mean, you do some amazing carvings, man. Like, but I'm pretty sure some people are like, damn,
Yeah, I mean,
like
this is there's some great lure builders out there, man. And every time you turn around, there's a new one. On Instagram. And back when I started carving glides and swim baits, like, I don't know, 15 years ago, there wasn't that many.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Hinkles and several other guys that paved the way, Mike Buca and all. And that was about it. And then, California was paving the way for glides and swim baits. So,
there's some crazy swim bait makers out here, man.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a heck of a lot more now than there were then.
Yeah.
And it's
now in your experience, what's been more what's more of an enjoyable experience, being a part of the tournament or being a judge of the tournaments?
Well, who doesn't like winning?
I'm coming from like the mindset of how much fun it would be to like to throw all the baits that everybody's making.
No, yeah, dude, that would be super cool.
Just play around with them. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly,
I'm thinking about like the play around aspect.
Yeah, I mean, I had a really good time. I have a really good time at doing that. Plus, I like to show people or teach people how to do certain things with lure carving. So I think I have more fun doing that than competitions anymore. And I'm still going to do I enter about 1 or 2 fish decoys a year. I don't do too many fishing or competitions anymore. But you know, I think it's about giving back now in my life. You know, I told the guy that ran the Poland trip, the Poland bait fight. I told him I was going to make a lure for the competition, and he told me, "No, you're not. You're going to judge it." So he kind of like, you know, forced, he kind of forced me to do that. But either way, you know, I think I had more fun. I would have had more fun judging than creating.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I
it's like
think
it
that's
comes with.
really cool.
I mean, does it come with the? I mean, you've been doing this for so many years, right? Does it come with stress, like in making something like that for a competition, even though you've been doing it for a long time?
no, because I do things that I try to do things that haven't been done before. The creative side has always come pretty easy for me. So if there's a carver out there, fish decoy or lure carver out there that can carve better than me, I can normally beat them with creativity. So
Mm.
so if we're on the same level as far as carving, I try to do more. I have the saying, "Do more" on my board here, because anytime you think you're done with something, do a little bit more, and that sometimes that takes you over the top. You know.
Luke's sorry to interrupt. Luke's
Dude.
favorite quote to give me is don't let better get in the way of good. And I love the just do more
Don't
because it
let
like
better be
defeats
the
the
enemy of
purpose.
good.
Dude, it's like I ask him, I'm like, dude, that looks sick. He's like, it's not done yet. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, it looks cool. He's like, it still needs more work. I'm like, what is more? But it makes sense though.
Oh, I get that. I don't like people when they see my stuff when it's not finished.
Hmm.
They look
I
at it.
was I was doing I do I paint, and I was doing a faux marble countertop at work, and the designer goes, "Oh, I'm going to come down and look at the countertop," and I was like, "It's halfway done. You need to promise me you're not going to come down and look at this."
Yeah.
And she called me an hour later. She goes, "When you were at lunch, I went down and looked at it, and you were right. I promise you, I'll never come and look at your stuff half done again."
Hey,
Yeah.
that's how it is, man. Don't share your stuff anymore, Luke. So I won't ask.
Yeah.
Don't ask for our feedback anymore. Because I'm just gonna be like, it's done already. No, it's not. So, are you still currently fishing right now, Andrew? Like, how often do you get to fish? Since you,
This past weekend, I try to go out a couple times every couple of weeks. You know, right now I'm kind of busy trying to get some things done. Plus, I got to get on the painting for these custom drops. So it's going to take up quite a bit of my time. But you know, I'm real close to the Gulf here. I'm within a mile or two, so I can always get out there. I try to go, like I said, a couple times every couple of weeks. So I went this
do you
weekend.
you own a boat?
I did, sold
You
it.
did.
I got to get back in. Yeah, I got to get back into one.
So when you went fishing this past weekend, what style of fishing? Where'd you go? What'd you do?
We were down in Okeechobee area, Lake Placid.
Mm.
So we were fishing at Lake Placid, and we didn't do too well. There was three guys on the boat. And we caught a couple, nothing big. The other guys we went with were on a different boat. They didn't do much at all except for one 9-7. So they caught a decent one.
Now, is Okeechobee one of those places? Because I've watched a bunch of videos and looked at pictures of it. Is it one of those places where it's just so big that it all looks fishy?
That particular place, no, it's not all that big. It's like a big round pool
Oh,
almost.
because you weren't at Okeechobee, you were near Okeechobee.
Right, right.
Gotcha.
Now Okeechobee is huge, yeah. But this time of year we were normally fishing the canals, you know. But that tournament I told you I was at, they were fishing the big lake of Okeechobee. And I think the bag that won was like 26 pounds.
Oh, geez.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, bass?
Huh?
A bass? Fresh, like largemouth bass?
Yeah, largemouth.
Dude, that's a big bag.
Oh yeah. The big fish was 8.39, I believe. 8.39. So it was actually this one of the smallest bags. I've been to that because I think there's 5 total tournaments in that Big O championship, and I went to like 3 of them, and we had bags like 32 pounds, 30,
Sheesh.
a lot of nines. I think there was like 5 9-pounders caught. So there's a lot of big bass down there in Okeechobee.
Dude.
Crazy.
How far was that? How far is that from where you were, Luke?
We wanted on two of the different trips I went to, we actually wanted to fish Okeechobee, and the guide was like, "Hey, it's just with this cold front coming in, it's not biting right now." And we opted into the Everglades out of Fort Lauderdale.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been wanting to go to Okeechobee, but it hasn't worked out.
It's just like going to Mexico. You finally went after how many
Yeah.
trip attempts? So you got to make it.
Three-
Yeah, you got
three or
to make
four.
it happen.
Yeah.
You got to make it happen. So do you fish your own stuff, Andrew, or what were you fishing?
I primarily only fish Synch stuff right now, or
Oh, okay.
American Bayworks products. So we have some frogs, snag proof, Halo rods. So I'll use Halo fishing rods. And, we got bait fuel and net bait. So we have quite a bit of items in our.
So Halo Rods is one of your guys' companies?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Who?
I've heard of Halo Rods. I haven't given them a good hard look yet, though, so I'm going to have to do that.
Somebody out here fishes Halo rods.
A couple guys do.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it.
Couple of the Castaic guys.
Justin
Yeah, I've seen it.
classic on him. You know, he is one of our sponsored anglers. We use him for the Halo rods, a lot of our products. So.
Can you say that name one more time? You broke up.
Justin Hamner, he uses the Halo lineup.
I feel like I just heard his name recently. I can't remember where or why, but I feel like I just heard his name. But yeah, so have you thrown anything else besides your baits in the last 20 years, or are you?
Oh yeah, yeah. My Milos line of baits. No, I'm just
my other line of baits.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a good
you
one.
mean your soft
fishing his own
plastic line?
baits, he throws a Fish RX.
He throws a Fish RX.
I'm trying to get memories off of my own stuff, not other people's stuff.
Yeah.
It's rewarding and it's a lot of fun. I mean, just the process from going from a block of wood to a fish, and then being able to put a fish on it. In general, I mean, the journey. Actually, that's actually a kind of a cool storyline. Is the journey of that block of wood really? That is kind of cool, but it's so much fun landing a fish on something that you made.
Oh, that's the cool thing about it, right? Like tricking a real fish into eating something that's not real, you know? And I mean, a lot of people, I don't feel like that, but a lot of people are like, oh, you know, we fish saltwater fish out here. Like primarily we fish spotted bait bass if we're short pounding. But it's like, oh, you can catch a spotty with anything. I mean, I don't think that's true, you know?
I always say, show me.
Yeah, right.
Show me.
Somebody's like, oh, you could throw anything at that and they'll eat it. And it's like, no, I don't think so.
Well,
you know,
guys will say that about sand bass too. Like, oh, well, sand bass don't count. You know, anything will eat that. It's like, show me.
That's true.
Or
Why are there days that I've
guys will go, hey, I saw a video of a guy throwing, broccoli at a tuna. So why are you buying that lure? It's like, go bring a bag of broccoli. Let me know how you do.
Dude, when the bite's wide open, I've seen them throw a hook and a line out there catch fish.
Yeah, but that's not here. I mean, I've seen
Yeah,
dudes do that in Florida.
It's everywhere. A wide open bite is a wide open bite.
A hook?
I'm
yeah, dude.
yeah,
Okay, there have been days
a
on
shiny hook.
there was a day where me and Nate Stilo were fishing craws that had all the arms ripped off them. It's basically just a lead head with a chunk of
Yeah.
plastic on it, and we were killing it, but it was a wide open bite. Can't do that on a normal day.
It's not a. Huh? All right. I guess. Any thoughts on that,
So,
Andrew?
well, yeah. Do you guys have any wide open largemouth bites in Florida?
Not that I've found.
You never had like the 20 fish largemouth day,
Not often.
dude.
No.
Me and my buddy, we went. It was that day where we didn't go to Okeechobee. We went to the Everglades out of Fort Lauderdale, and it was me and my buddy on a bass boat with his name's Captain Thaddeus, really cool guy. And between the two of us, we had over 120 fish, mostly peacock and largemouth. We probably easily had 40 largemouth that day.
On
So
what?
I got lucky enough to get a wide open Florida bite.
On what?
On sudden impacts, most of it.
Mm. But
Now,
yeah, but yeah. Go, Daniel.
because
I'm not gonna
we're
talk
talking
about that no
about
more.
saltwater, I want to ask Andrew whether or not you have had any of your baits been fished in saltwater, and what maybe would be an exotic catch on the baits, or maybe something that you've caught that you didn't expect on your bait.
A bycatch?
Well, I can tell you that we weren't expecting the sink baits to be so successful in salt water. Redfish, snook, jacks. I've actually in freshwater caught. I think we're counting all the species that we've caught with these things, and it's getting outrageous. Because
And to clarify for the people listening or watching, it's because you have a floating version and a sinking version, but you're saying that sinking version has been used in other applications.
Right. We don't have any floating versions yet. We have a slow sink glide, the Artisan glide, and then we have two sizes of the Artisan Gill, a larger one, about 130 millimeter, and then the smaller one. Now, the gills do sink faster than the glides, but those gills have been incredible on salt water as well.
Yeah, they're very like detailed, man. Those things are like super detailed.
Yeah, I mean, I was just happy we were able to capture all the details that I did in the carving. Like if you would have, just for example, this is the actual wood carving of that bluegill.
Dude.
And then it was shrunk down.
Actually, if you look, they took it piece for piece. It's the same size.
Oh, nice.
So we didn't have to change this one at all. Now,
Nice.
that same model, yeah, you can shrink it down to make this little guy. And this little guy is in comparison.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my goodness.
And this thing is just, unreal.
So did you fish the wood one or you didn't?
That one I waited till I had produced in a 3D sample. What they'll do is they'll scan it, create a working one. Now the glide bait, yes, I fished the wood one, then created a mold, and this is what the first one out of my mold looked like. As you can tell, it's different from the final.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the final looks something like this. We reduced the head down quite a bit. You see how it's got a little funky whimsical look in this.
Yeah.
So we had to change a few things to get it to swim perfect. But then that comes with the territory when you first testing them out.
Yeah.
So how many renditions did you guys have to do for the big glide?
Oh,
That's a good question.
a lot of them. A lot, a
Good
lot,
answer.
a lot of, a lot of
You
travel.
know, I I have met a ton of new bait makers in all facets, and I feel like there's this glamorous or this misconception that it's all going to happen tomorrow. You know, and there's this rush, and like there's this rush, but there's also this fantasy behind it, like, oh, I'm going to be amazing at this like tomorrow, and you're like, that's not how any of this works.
I think you live and you learn. I've made some. I can't sit here and say I have crap, because I have made some crap baits in the past. But you got to live. You got to learn from them. So, and if you can learn from every time you've done one, then you're doing okay. You know. But I really wanted these to be right before they were released to the public.
That's cool.
And
Yeah, I
it's
saw a
and it's
couple.
all
I've seen
about
a couple
refinement.
videos. I've seen a couple videos of I'm not gonna I don't remember his name, but I saw a video of a unboxing. I don't know if it's no, I'm not even gonna know the name, but he made an unboxing of the 3 baits. He was out in like the open. He was about to swim them. Um but dude, the action on that glide, has a it's like really tight, right?
Well, it's a conventional style glide. It's not really a chop glide. Um, it's more of a conventional. So you're going to have that wide. You can get it to chop, but it's not going to be that fast. Burn that thing in. Uh,
Hmm.
I wanted a slow one to start, and then
Mm,
eventually, once we get these out, I've got some plans for other things coming, which I've already carved up. So be on the lookout. Hopefully, in 2026 for some other stuff.
The fun part is you have 40 years of ideas and experience to draw from, where it's like I feel like you're just gonna produce these ideas and these baits with the utmost of just creativity behind all that, and it's going to be really cool to see.
so
Yeah, I wanted to be able to be, if it was on a table with 1,000 different lure builders' baits, I wanted to look at that and say, hey, that's an Angel Gardner, that's a Milosh, or that's a Synch, something like,
I
I want,
like that.
Yeah.
you know.
that's cool, man. So talk through that real quick, like from a bait that you have that'll have like a long glide, like a what do you call it? I don't want to say it wrong, but like
It's
a wider glide to like a choppy, like when you could burn. Like what's the difference?
the difference, a lot of times is the hinge and the degree angle at which it opens. Um, the wider the wider it's going to chop. If it's a little less like this, it's gonna have that ability to go like this. And sometimes that's what causes that like this, like you
No.
doing that. But a lot of the baits now are these chop glides, and they're really successful because you can burn them and do all that stuff. But I just wanted something because the wider glides were some of the first glides on the market. I always wanted to get one that was one of my own out there, and start with that, and then go to the other styles.
Yeah.
And the bluegill, I've always had luck with bluegills, and fishing with bluegills. I wanted a bluegill as well.
So
Do
speaking of
you?
bluegills,
Okay.
we got a comment about most gill swim baits make a good perch swim bait in the salt. And yeah, that's absolutely true. We've really done some damage on those in the salts.
Yeah, even like the plastic style ones, right?
Especially the plastic style ones.
Hmm.
I
And
mean, there's guys out here.
if you can get them in orange, it looks like a Garibaldi.
Yep.
Sudden
Or like a
impacts
black
them in
perch.
orange.
There's guys out here killing them on wake baits too, man, in the salt. So that looks like a gill, right?
Well, yeah, we have these. I don't know if you have them over there, but pinfish. I don't know if you have pinfish that we have them over here in the Gulf that they use for bait on a lot of predator fish. So that would be a great color to use on, say, snook. You guys don't have snook on that coast, do you? So,
I don't think so.
No. We
No, I
have,
don't think
well,
we
we
have
do
snook.
on, not in the coast of California, but the further you go south, you'll start seeing some snook.
You'll
okay.
see them in Mexico.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mexico. I know Costa Rica has some.
But
I
yeah,
want to
simple
say
answer is
other
we don't
places,
have.
but yeah.
Simple
Yeah.
We
answer
don't
is
have none here.
we don't have them here.
Yeah.
And I think there's pinfish here, but I don't. It's not like it is out by you.
Yeah, it's a main forage fish. Those scaled sardines and stuff like that. So that's another thing I love to do is just creating it. Because when I first started at American Bay Works almost 7 years ago, that's what I was doing. Was all the different colorways for frogs and stuff. So creating the different colors for baits, I find interesting
Dude,
too.
the launch frog. Let's talk about that. Is that that's one of your baits, the launch frog?
Yeah, it's from Stone Frog.
Tell us about that. We're hearing it casts a mile.
Oh yeah, it's got a tungsten weight system in it, so it's just
Is it a hard frog?
no, it's a hollow body, and they come in quite a few colors. And a few years back, one of the elite pros won a tournament on one of those launch frogs. So they've always been one of my favorites. The launch frogs, the pop. It's just that's probably my favorite frog of the lineup. But we have quite a bit of frog. I mean, skunk frog is one of the initial hollow body frogs in the market, and so same with snakeproof. And the skunk frogs are the only frogs made in America. So.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's the only hollow body, and they're made in Mississippi in Ocean Springs in our factory.
Nice.
Very cool.
That is cool. So I
Now,
want to ask you a question. Oh, go, Daniel.
I was just gonna say, because we're getting close to the end, I'm trying to scatter some questions out. What's the most unique bait that you've made?
Oh, I mean, I did.
All of them are unique.
Trying to pay bills, and this is your livelihood. You're making lures in your garage. You make some things that you never thought you would. And I've had cats, kittens, turtles, frogs, dogs, ladybugs.
Dude, you made like a zombie gnome, like a zombie gnome.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, that was for a competition actually, for this wood carving tool brand. Pretty cool. It was a Halloween.
Now that piques my interest so much, because it's like at some point I feel like you have this understanding of how a bait should work, and then you get to apply it to weird objects to where you're like, yeah, I could make
A zombie gnome.
name a
A
random
zombie
object,
gnome.
swim like this.
A zombie gnome.
It's all, I don't know. Some baits are easier than others to, as you probably are aware, to make run. I mean, top water is probably the easiest to do something with. It's when you get it. Actually, a glide bait is probably one of the hardest baits to get right. So I try to stay clear of that if I'm trying to do like a really weird, out of the normal type thing. But yeah, I mean, you can turn anything into a bait. I carved a Loch Ness monster one time.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
And I did
A Nessie.
I did a fake video sighting of one and put it on, I videotaped like in those where you could barely see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you name something, I've carved it pretty much. But
That's awesome.
The worst things to carve are like people's pets, because every pet has their own personality. And if you miss it just a little bit, you're screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is true.
So I try to stay clear of that.
Yeah, it seems like a wildly personal item to carve, and if the person doesn't like it, then it's like, oh man.
It's brutal, man. It's brutal. But I will show you this since we're getting close on time. But just for those out there that just, are just starting to carve. This is my first carving. Look at this piece of garbage.
Is that the brook trout?
Oh yeah,
No,
that's
that's my
brown
first
trout.
carving.
Oh, brown trout.
When I was like 6 or 8, and
This
I'm
is
Which
better than my carvings right now.
Let me see
I
your
was
carvings,
about to
Luke.
say, I still think that's better than what I can do.
well, this is one of my last ones right here.
Dude, that is insane.
Let's see the mouth.
So
So,
crazy.
It's giving you guys
The
a
mouth
kiss.
on that, yeah.
so is that's a decoy, right?
Oh yeah, this is a fish decoy. Yeah, and you can tell by the fins because it has to swim in a tank and it's got to swim kind of horizontally.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you swim them. They don't have hook. They're not functional, right?
A spearing decoy is used for that spearing. So, like in Minnesota, Michigan, some northern states, they cut a hole in the ice and they drop a decoy in it, up and down, and it lures in predator fish like pike, muskie, sturgeon. And then once they get close to that decoy, they drop the spear.
Yeah, I was just talking to Will about it. We have an episode with him about ice fishing in that way and how that's become a little bit more of a popular fishing style nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the art is concerned, it's probably dying a little bit because most of those guys carve their own decoys, and there's less and less carvers nowadays. Everybody's taking up technology.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I'll try to get your kid off your phone, to come out here to the shop. But yeah, I mean, it's probably a dying form as far as the art is, the sport. I try to help. I do the, I don't know if you've guys seen it, but I do the Florida Fish Decoy Invitational, and it held in conjunction with the World Championships, and I sponsor that to get more people involved in the art, because I think it is one of those things. It's losing less and less people doing it,
Mm-hmm.
But just the whole like making stuff, right? Like, I mean, you got 3D printers doing some insane stuff now.
Oh
You know, it's kind of it's kind of like you said, it's kind of kills it off.
yeah.
But you got people like you still keeping it going, man. You know?
I'm trying to keep it afloat. No.
Yeah, man. Nah, hey, I mean, you're making it happen. So I want to ask you a question before we go into the last section of this. If they invite you tomorrow fishing, and you have one rod and one reel and one lure to take, what would it be?
I'm going to use a halo rod, probably a BB Robin rod with extra heavy, 711 in that range, and Shimano Calcutta Conquest 401 because I'm lefty, and I'm going to throw some glide baits.
I like what I'm hearing.
I like that. I
Throw
like
some
that.
glide baits.
I like that, man. That was cool.
Anytime
I think that's
hear
one
the
of
word extra heavy, I'm like, yeah.
right.
Oh yeah.
Let's play that song. That would be cool if we could play songs to end the show. We could finish.
Can. We just have to pay
I'll
for
get
it.
my boom box and I'll hold it up.
That'll be the
Dude,
best way to do it.
There's this Andrew. Check this guy out. Is Dimension on Instagram. He has a song called Extra Heavy.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
he talks about. Oh, you know who it is?
Oh yeah.
Aw, sweet.
I've been out to California.
Big shout outs to Dimension if he sees this episode.
Yeah,
He's super
we
cool
were
dude.
lucky enough to have him on here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He
Now
did a pop-up concert at one of the trade shows. We got to see that. It was pretty cool.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was like an unpermitted.
It was a gorilla. It was a gorilla style pop up.
They were like, we might get shut down. They just like threw up speakers and started going.
Oh, that's awesome.
Dude, but I think the owner ended up like
He liked it.
Yeah.
he liked it. Yeah. So let's go into this. We like talking about big fish at the end of this episode. Every episode. So what's your biggest bass?
I wish I could have a great story for you, but it's only 7.6.
Only
7.6.
only 7.6.
No, everybody around me is caught double digits, man.
Dude, we're all still
especially
chasing
at
fives.
Okeechobee.
So yeah, I had a chance this last weekend, but man, they weren't doing anything. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. I lost a big fish on a sink line um, uh, 6 months ago, probably.
Did you see him come up for it or what?
I was fishing in this spillway, and it was loaded with these gizzard shad, and I threw out that filthy gizzard shad color and hooked them in there, and one jump and it was gone. I did catch another fish that day that I landed, but I didn't weigh it, and I think it was probably 8.5. I have photos and all, but I didn't weigh it. But so I got to go by that damn 7.6.
Hey, that's not a bad fish, man. What about reds? I know you fish reds. How big is your biggest red?
I never caught a big bull red, actually. So probably in the low 30s, 30 inches,
Oh, I thought you were going to say 30 pounds.
No.
I thought pounds at first too. I was like, that's a bull red.
Hey, you know what? It's crazy because we've had a couple guys from like the East Coast, and it's like you guys, those big numbers, you're like, man, nothing crazy, but you guys have some big numbers though. That's why,
You guys got big numbers. What are you talking about?
I mean, not us, not me.
We don't. Our freshwater fishing's like at the local pond, not at the
Yeah.
beaches.
I mean, we could go to big lakes, but we don't.
But we
It's not
don't.
we don't.
What?
I mean, saltwater bass. I got a couple 8s, but that's about it, and almost a 9. Luke has like a 10, but freshwater. I think
Not
1
freshwater.
pound. 1 pound.
I got friends that are catching like 10 and 11-pound smallmouths.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they are, man.
But
What about your small?
Nice.
What's your biggest?
no, I haven't been in any states really to fish the smallmouth.
Oh, okay.
I grew up, I travel a lot, but I never have, the equipment with it. But
He's hiding something. What's your big snook?
Right? What about your snook?
no, man, I don't have any huge fish.
What about your saltwater trout?
They're nothing to write home about, man. Nothing to write home about.
Dude, you know what? He grew up in New York. What's the striper?
Hey.
We tested these sink baits on stripers. I went back up there, and I hadn't been there in like 10, 15 years. And I caught one. That one was, I don't know, 30-something inch, 36. It wasn't a monster. But
That's a big bass, though.
striper.
But
That is a good size.
It was fun to go back home and fish sink. These baits that I grew up there. It was kind of
Yeah. That is cool, man. But yeah, man, Andrew, thanks a lot for hopping on, sharing your stories and your work that you do, man. It's pretty cool. We're stoked to have you on, bro. Like when we had Michigan Baz on, and he was talking about I went right over to go see what's up, and I was like, what? I'm all into that. I'm all into the whole animated stuff, man. Like I love animated stuff,
Yeah.
and just seeing all the colors and stuff, bro.
I take out. I used to collect toys and all. So things like I like to have things like this around. It gives me motor. Some.
What's that? A Godzilla?
This is a 1977 Shogun, or actually, I think it's the 81 version of Shogun Godzilla. And it's
Nice.
This shoots out. But I used to collect a lot of toys. I bought this because my older brother had one, and he wouldn't let me play with it when I was young. Finally got to the age where I could.
So who's laughing now?
Yeah.
He can't touch
He's like, I'll buy my own 20, 30 years later.
Yeah. So.
Dude, super cool, man.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Well,
But nah, man. Thank you for hopping on with us. It was a fun one for sure. And thank you all you guys who stayed on this long. We always appreciate you guys.
We also appreciate the time difference too. We'll let you go.
Yes.
We'll get to sleep. But again, thank
But
you so much for joining us.
make sure you guys check them out on
you,
Instagram. Make
guys.
sure you got Synch Baits. Guys, we'll catch you guys on the next one. What keeps us going is our love for fishing. Peace. See you guys
All
later.
right, same place, same time.
Take care.